Good morning, Mr. Sanders and Pete. We are Agathe, Xiaoxiong, Liu, Remy, and Juliette, your consultant. You asked us to engage in a business process reengineering of the order process. We will present you our proposition of BPR at each level. First of all, we restructured the BPR at the level 1. The structure was quite well organized, so we started with the base and improved some items. The main issues at this level was the excessive delay of delivery of product as well as the loss of orders. In this sense, we wanted to open a channel directly between the product in stock, MTS, and the distribution. Therefore, the product will be directly issued if it's in stock, and in parallel it can be reproduced to replenish stock. In this way, it helps to avoid time wasting and to be more flexible and respond quicker to the demand. To respond to loss of order and to be faster in distribution, we separate the distribution in two customers, Canadian and US. We also analyze the risk that this change brings. If we direct distribute product in our MTS, we will decrease the stock, which could help them to reduce storage costs, but during the reproduction we could be out of stock. However, this will help us better understand customer requests and better forecast.
Okay, so we can first look our customer service re-engineering process. So from our original process, we think their problems is they contains various errors while creating our orders, and there's another problem might be the orders get lost, and the third one is not precisely allocation for our stocks. And in our new process, we give an APIs to our website so that the customers could make orders directly on our website and then uploaded the orders to our ERP system automatically. If the orders are made by the email or fax, the clerk will confirm deliver method and deliver fees in advance. The clerk could give fair numbers from our delivery partners to our customers. Once the order approved, the ERP system could generate stock allocation list, and this list will be approved by account manager. This can keep our process free of error, and after that, these account managers can prioritize stock to client orders manually if he disagrees with allocation list. So that in our new process, it might be the risk here is the technical risk, because we are not sure whether the orders on our website can be uploaded on our ERP system in time, and if there are no uploaded, our orders may got lost, and account managers can manually allocations stock, which may contain their subjective, and these allocation solutions may not be the best for our company. So for our credit process re-engineering, the old process may maybe heavily depend on the MacMasters. So in our new process, we introduce a senior clerk to share responsibilities to MacMaster, and the senior clerk will access the block reasons first, and only those orders cannot be decided by junior and senior clerk will be passed to the MacMaster for the final approval. So the risk in our credit department may be the credit department need 5 days to confirm customer payment, which may have an impact on our productivity. So the problems in the original process, in production process, maybe the production schedule is not flexible, and the different report format used in the forecast, and the systems without intelligence, because they cannot define the balance of reserve inventory when they over the actual orders. So the last one is the forecast limitations. The order forecasts are used for the once a year, and sales forecast is based on the last historical sales. And in our new process, we separate the actual orders from the forecast orders at the beginning stage. And in terms of the forecast orders, we can set up quarterly forecast adjustment to have better market understanding. And the system will generate alert notifications when the forecast is higher than actual inventory levels to the requirement. And the stock allocations and the customer prioritizations will be completed by the ERP system. And the related part can adjust and approve within the ERP system. We also set a timeline in order to generate production schedule in time, so that the plant supervisor could approve to productions on the same day. And it also allowed updated stock allocation simulation. So the risk in our new process, that might be the technical issues, whether the current system can support these functions of the optimal stock allocations. And there's also a risk for the possibilities of our major customers who take orders after 5 p.m., which many eventually result our customer satisfactions and lost our customers.
The next will be the distribution department. The main problem of original distribution process is the excess of inventory and useless manipulations. Main reason cause large volume in distribution center is the unfavored transportation cost. So when we re-engineering distribution process, we try to fix the delivery cost beforehand, which can really help to make the distribution activities more effective. The delivery cost negotiation we have mentioned on our customer service part. In terms of useless manipulations, we decided to integrate all the activities on our ERP system, include warehouse inform, carrier inform, and customer inform, which is processed in different methods in our original process. We also recommend Desko to cooperate with a certain delivery company for its American transportation, which is really complicated. The outsource may highly improve its delivery efficiency and also indirectly improve the customer satisfaction due to the quick delivery service. In our new process, we still have potential risk, which can be long waiting time until customer pickup. To solve this problem, we can set the pickup deadline, but before implemented, we really need to evaluate order cancel probability due to the pickup time restriction. We didn't change too much comparing to the original process, since we think all the steps are necessary and key to control the mistake. The invoice will directly send to our customers, so it's really important to double check before sending out. And the process of payment and the credit application also needs strict monitor, since the original process to some extent is very complex and involves too many people. So we try to streamline the process and make the responsibility clear with fewer people. The biggest risk of our new process is the payment default from our customer side. For return process, we design a new process for item returned, which influence various departments such as credit, distribution, and so on. The main problem is the time lag, which results unjustified collection request. In order to solve this problem, we introduce a mechanism to define the delivery conflict. Through identifying the return reason, we can simplify the decision of transportation responsibility. If it's because of our product, we should pay for it. When it's because of the individual reason, we still provide delivery service with cost range, and the extra will be on our customer. The clear identification can really help to cut the waiting time until the agreement reached by customer and us. The faster we can collect return item, the faster we may resell them, thus to cover the cost. And it can also help to reduce the problem with the credit department. But we do have risk in identifying the real reason of returning item, and we still need further progress to improve.
business processes, we decided to implement our IT system. First of all, we actualized the ERP system to the inventory management and create an alert when raw material is needed in order to anticipate the needs of customers. Then we improve ERP systems in the distribution process and create an alert when the product is available in the warehouse. We also decided to communicate with our customers to inform them on the status of their order thanks to ERP system. So we can have the situation in production, pending, approved, waiting for delivery, etc. Then we decided to create an official website connected directly to ERP that would help the order process and make it easier and less obsolete than fax and email, and also avoid manual errors. We also implement the HR process with ERP so we can deal easily with wages, hiring process, retirement, etc. We also improve the invoice process with ERP in order to create and send directly the invoices to our client right after the delivery. The R&D process is also integrated to the ERP system, and every draft and design are easier to access and collect only in a single platform. We also decided to create a new database storage located in another place than the Desko headquarters in order to protect the data in case of disaster like earthquake or terrorist attack. Now, my colleague Rémi is going to talk to you about the value creation.
So yes, hello, I'm going to talk about the business value created with regards to each department. So first of all, when it comes to customer services, our new processes of ordering on website will lower the manual entry errors and therefore increase our level of customer relationship management with clients. Our second idea, assigning an account manager, is likely to improve the data accuracy and thus reduce the cost of mismanagement done by the clerk. With regards to credit department, our idea of appointing a senior clerk will result in faster decision making within the company and therefore enhance the relationship with customer. With production, so our idea of the production of alert notification with forecast order is likely to prevent the company from being out of stock and therefore improve our level of sales in the company. Our second idea, stock allocation, is likely to lift the customer enjoyment. In relationship to distribution, our idea is the confirmation of delivery by the customer. It is likely to reduce cost by erasing the potential manual entries errors. And delivery costs should also be mentioned in advance to customers, so beforehand, so that it could improve our level of customer satisfaction. With regards to invoices, so streamlining the invoices process is likely to result in a reduction in cost by erasing manual errors. And last but not least, when it comes to the return process, so streamlining the return process is likely to save time and also improve the stock management. So now I'm going to talk about the key performance indicators. So when it comes to customer services, so we thought about looking at the number of orders instructed on website versus the number of orders on email and on fax. Our second idea, so assigning an account manager, we'd like to look at the numbers of entry errors before versus after the manager, and also the number of cancel error due to transportation cost disagreement between clients and the company. So when it comes to the credit department, we'd like to look at the number of orders handled by the senior clerk and the number of blocked orders before the checking and after the final stage done by McMasters. So now when it comes to production, we'd like to see the number of times the company is running out of stock per year, and we also like to look at the number of forecast orders that are matching the actual order. Then we also like to look at the number of orders passed to the plant before 5 p.m. and after 5 p.m. And we'd like to look at the number of raw materials always available versus lacking capacity. When it comes to distribution, we'd like to see the number of missed items out of the total items sold. And we'd like also to look at the number of incomplete orders. And then, with regards to delivery cost, we'd like to look at the number of orders that are picked up by the customer in relation to the number of orders that are delivered directly to the customer. We also like to look at the number of Canadian versus American orders. Now, when it comes to invoices, we'd like to look at the number of invoices containing errors, the number of unpaid invoices, the number of credit application, and the number of incorrect payment with regards to the invoices. Last but not least, with regards to return, we'd like to see the number of orders that are asked to be returned by the customer, the number of approved return application, and the number of returns that are due to the customer on one hand and that are due to the product on the other hand. So thank you very much. That was all about our key performance indicator. We wish you a good day. Thank you.